Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is Rishi and you are watching Android Editing. Last month I made a video on gaming thumbnails without PS Touch and you guys loved that video. So basically this is going to be a part 2 on the same topic but with a new gaming thumbnail design. Okay, so that was the thumbnail design which we are going to make today using Pixel app without using PS Touch. So the first and the most basic step is you have to download a very high resolution gaming wallpaper. For example, I want to make a gaming thumbnail for Call of Duty Mobile. So I'll simply search for Call of Duty Mobile gaming wallpapers and then I'll download some of them. In the description box, you'll get links of 5 websites from where you can download such high resolution images. If you cannot find your wallpaper in the first website, make sure you check out all of those 5 websites. Then the next step is you have to go to the remove.bg website and remove the background of this image. Now don't worry, we are not going to use this PNG because the resolution of this PNG is much lower compared to the original image. We will just use this PNG as a mockup. Okay, so after done with this PNG thing, simply go to Pixel app application. Select the image size to YouTube thumbnail size. Then click on the plus option and from gallery add the PNG image which you have saved from remove.bg. Go to relative size option and increase it to 100. Then go to the color option and select the white color. Lock this layer so it doesn't move. Now we are going to add a text here. Increase the padding on both the sides to 100. Then select the font. I am going to use the black hit italic font. In the description you will get all these links. Make sure you check out the description to download the font and images. So after applying the black color, I will simply position it properly. Okay, then make a copy of this text layer and hide the text layer. We will work with the second text layer after some time, so hide it for now. Okay, then bring the PNG character image above the text layer. Alright. Then merge the bottom 2 layers. Alright. Then scroll down and go to the erase color option. Enable it and it will automatically remove the white color. Increase the tolerance to 70 and that's it. Then change the color back to white. I hope this is clear, you guys understood till here. Okay, so this is done. Now we will work with the second text layer. First lock this layer so it doesn't move. Unhide the second text layer and bring this at top. Alright, now adjust the position so both the layers sit properly together. You can also use the position tool to properly align it. Okay, then go to the color option and we will apply a white color to it. Then go to the stroke option. Select the black color here and the stroke width will be 4 to 5. Alright, then once again click on the plus and from gallery add the PNG image which you have saved from remove.bg. Go to relative size, increase both height and width to 100. Then go to color option and select the white color. Click on the plus again and go to shape and add a shape. Stretch it like this and select the black color here. Alright. Then bring this layer, this black layer below the PNG layer. Okay. Now merge the top two layers. Alright, then go to the erase color option and we will erase the white color and increase the tolerance to 70. Go to the color option and select the white color. Now we'll merge these two for the last time. Go to the erase color option once again, enable it and set the tolerance to 70. Go to the color option and select the white color. And this is done. Now we will simply click on the plus option once again and from gallery we will add the main image which we have. Okay. Go to relative size and increase the size to 100 and finally send it to back and this is done. This looks awesome. Now simply adding some more text to it. We can use the same font, the black hit italic font. Increase the padding to 100 on both sides so that you can properly adjust the position. So let me select a different font, actually the bat signal font, and I will turn it to italic. This looks cool. This is fine. Then we will save this image. Make sure to select the ultra quality and the PNG format. Okay, then right now we are on KineMaster. Select the 16:9 ratio and add the image. Click on the three layers and make a duplicate as layer. Okay, resize it and place it properly. Then click on the layer option and we will add some smoke, particles and all these things. I will give these links in the description box. You can download it from there. Select the screen option. Make sure to check all of these settings. Multiply screen. Right now I'm going to use the screen option. Expanding the layer and adjusting the position. Adding some more texture. By the way, you can download this texture also. If you go on Google and search for texture like a dotted texture, square texture, you'll get some of this and you can use it. And don't worry, I'll give the link in the description box. You can download it from there. This will add some flare like effect. Okay. So whatever you add, go to the blending option and usually you need to do the screen setting. Screen and multiply usually works fine. Like here I'm going to use the multiply option. Multiply or overlay, both looks good. Alright, I'll make a copy of this layer and put the copy at the top side. Also remember, do not do this in excess amount because this will simply make the thumbnail look much more complicated. So make sure you do this in a limit, do not overdo it. Alright, then you can also select the main image and go to the adjustment setting, play with the hue option to bring out a different color. But right now I'm going to go with the original color which I have, the orange and red color. Okay, then at last click here and capture and save it. Okay, now we have reached the last part of thumbnail making, which is color grading. So for color grading, we are going to use the Adobe Lightroom. Select the image from gallery, click on the share option and share it to Lightroom. And you can see in the notification bar, your image is importing in Lightroom and the importing is done. Click on this option and it will take you to Lightroom. Click on all photos and here you will get all the images which you have added in Lightroom. Select the image from here. Now here you get so many options to modify, to color grade your image, but right now we're going to go to the preset option. I'll select the color category and here I will get some preset like natural, bright, high contrast and detail, vivid and matte. Now among all these things, my favorite one is last one, which is matte one. Go to the creative category. Here again you get some options, some presets, so just explore all these options. I am going to go with the color category and last one, matte one, and select the tick and apply this preset. Now this thumbnail looks very dark. I need to bring out some light, so I'll go to the light option here and increase the exposure to around 80 to 90. Play with the settings like increase the white and blacks and shadows when we need to bring out the light. If you use this application for a few times, you will get an idea about these settings. Okay, here you can play with the temperature and tint option, but I do not want to change it. I'll click on the mix option and this is one of the best option for me. Here you can play with an individual color. For example, I want to play with the orange color, so I will select the orange color and increase the hue or saturation. I can play with any color I want. For example, my thumbnail has green color, so I can select the green color and modify the green color, increase its saturation, hue, etc. So right now we got an orange color which looks very cool. Okay, then we have texture. Increase the texture slightly, increase the clarity slightly, decrease the vignette slightly by -4 to -5, increase the sharpening slightly, and that's it. Now here if you increase the noise reduction, then the particles, the elements which you have added will not be visible properly. So if you want those particles to be blurred, then you can use this option, or you can slightly increase it if you want those particles to be visible. That's it. You can keep exploring more and do more things, but that's enough for me. Click on the share option and then you can export it from here. Okay, so hold on. There are so many things which I want to share with you if you are interested in making a good quality thumbnail. Now, of course, I cannot show all the designs in one particular video. And also, if you find this video useful, then make sure you share this video with your friends so they can also get benefited by this. That's all for this video. I will see you again in the next one. Till then, stay safe and keep creating.